Thank you everyone for attending our first ever SYTA Live conference event. I know we would probably all rather be in person right now, but I am very grateful that you have joined us here today, and we look forward to experiencing Winnipeg together in a few years. I am also very grateful that you have put your trust in me as the next president of SYTA, and I promise to do everything in my power to uphold the SYTA mission, which is to instill confidence in our travelers by establishing quality and safety standards for travel providers and empowering our members through advocacy, education, training, and networking opportunities. Also, during these challenging times, to continue providing resources to help operators and suppliers navigate the issues that we are presently faced with and do everything we can to safely get our groups traveling again. When I was a child, I received a globe and spent countless hours studying every inch of it and dreaming of all the world had to offer. Little did I know that one day I would travel and work in over 60 countries and be in a position to assist countless young people explore the world themselves. After studying education and then moving overseas to teach in New Zealand, I fully expected to eventually return to the States and continue teaching. But as fate would have it, I went from New Zealand to my first tour guide position in England, where I would also meet my wife during my first tour. And as they say, the rest is history. For the next 19 years, I would work as a tour guide in operations, customer service, sales, and now as vice president for the Global Travel Alliance, a student tour operator that provides life-changing student travel experiences across the globe. The last few months, I've glanced more than usual at that globe, sitting atop my desk, partly because, like you, my travel ground to a halt. But more importantly, I thought about all the thousands of students whose travel plans were canceled from the pandemic. My heart broke for all these young dreamers that had planned, saved up their money, and dreamed about their student group trip. For all of us gathered here, there's never been anything quite like what we've experienced in the last few months. All of us have been affected by this in one way or another. All of us have friends or family whose jobs, livelihood, or health have been affected. My heart goes out to each one of you, and I wish that we were here together to share in this pain, but also to dream together of a brighter future when we can get back to doing what we all love. While we cannot be together in person today, I have seen a resilient spirit within SYTA over the last months. Members reaching out to each other to give an encouraging word, competitors offering each other help, countless Zoom calls, and a host of volunteers assisting our industry to cope through these difficult times. It has been an honor and privilege to serve on your board of directors the last 3 years. Prior to COVID, there was a lot that was accomplished. We became a self-managed organization. We revisited membership requirements and adjusted for an ever-changing environment. We celebrated milestones with SYF, the SYTA Youth Foundation, and continued our support of their mission to provide access to travel opportunities for students and youth that would otherwise be unavailable. A focus on safety and crisis management could be found in education at our events, in resources available at SYTA.org, and through Teach and Travel magazine. We also acquired the Center for Student Travel Safety and introduced CSTO, the Certified Student Tour Operator Initiative. SYTA and the Center worked with members, allied organizations, industry partners, educators, and government to develop standards that are actionable and attainable. Having completed the program myself for Global Travel Alliance's certification, I highly recommend that you consider either CSTO or the revamped CSTP program in the near future. Just as we were all ready to deliver a successful 2020 tour season, COVID hit, and with it, huge challenges for both tour operators and suppliers. SYTA changed focus and became a resource center via SYTA.org, Basecamp, and through educational online sessions. SYTA produced the COVID-19 Response Toolkit and the COVID-19 Educator Resource Guide, both amazing resources that can be found online. Also coming out soon is the new SYTA COVID-19 Reopening Guide to help facilitate the safe return of student travel. In addition, we retain the services of Levick, a national crisis and PR firm in Washington, D.C., to help minimize risk and exposure and assist members with media and communication efforts. The SYTA staff has spent countless hours, along with a host of volunteers, to help navigate this unprecedented journey. In the upcoming year, you will see more education on managing our businesses and tours as we reopen for business, more virtual SYTA socials, virtual business appointments this fall, a leadership symposium in January, and we are all looking forward to being together in 1 year at the annual conference in New York City in 2021. Also this year, the board of directors will develop a new strategic plan and strategic objectives to take us forward into the next 3 years. The challenges ahead are great for each of us, but I am more determined than ever to ensure that our youth across the world have the opportunity to safely travel again in the future and discover for themselves the difference that a trip can make. Student travel gives our youth the opportunity to dream big, broaden their horizons, bridge the divides, heal our differences, and appreciate that we are all more alike than we are different. I look forward to navigating the uncharted journey ahead and working together to adapt our travel practices to safely travel again and resume changing the world for good through student travel. Thank you, SYTA members, and be safe.